Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves.
I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood cause I'm trying hard to love.
In today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about my current planty situation. I have a lot of houseplants in my house, as you guys know, and it's just becoming a little bit overwhelming. And I've noticed that mostly just because I've been a lot more busy lately. And I know that my life is headed in that direction and I will be very busy very often. I think I want to cut back on the number of plants that I am keeping. It used to make sense for me to have 200 plants in my house, but it really doesn't anymore, and there are a lot of them that just sit there and aren't sparking a lot of joy for me. Don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of plants that are really special and I love watching grow every single day, but I really just want to take the time to purge some of these plants that aren't doing it for me anymore. I just don't need extra plants laying around that I need to take care of. I would rather you guys have some of these plants and cherish them a little bit more than I do. So depending on the plant, if it's a super valuable plant, I will likely try to sell it because unfortunately I don't want to trade right now if I'm trying to get rid of plants. But yeah, I will either sell off the more expensive plants, or if they're more common plants, I actually do want to do a little giveaway for you guys on my Instagram. Unfortunately, because it's so cold here, I will have to do that giveaway just in person. So if you can come pick up the plant or meet me somewhere close by, that works for me, but I won't be able to ship these plants. So just keep that in mind. But if you are interested in any of these plants, check out my Instagram after this video. I will likely make a post about it and you guys can maybe you'll just reach out to me if you want any of the plants, and whoever gets there first will get them. So yeah, that's kind of what today's video is going to be all about. I'm going to go through some of my plants and try to purge 50% of them. I'm sure you probably thought that this title was clickbait, but I promise you it's not. I really do want to try to cut my plant collection in half. I want to be able to keep the plants that I really love and that need a little bit of extra humidity in my greenhouse cabinet. And then if they don't need that, I want to be able to keep them on these shelves. That's kind of the only place that I want plants, maybe a little bit on my kitchen windowsill like I have now, but I want to cut that number back a lot to something I can manage a little bit better and to only the plants that I really, really am attached to. So yeah, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely continue watching all the way through to the end of today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well while you're at it. And also, if you'd like to join as a member to join my awesome little Discord group chat, definitely click the link down in the description below. You will find all of that information there. But that is going to be all from me, guys. Before we get into today's video, I really hope you do enjoy it. Okay guys, so first I'm going to take you around the living room here. A lot of these plants I really do love having in here. I think the majority of the plants that I will be purging will be from either the kitchen or my office / plant room. But this is really my favorite place to have plants in my house. I get to enjoy them while I'm watching TV and just hanging out. So I think a lot of these plants will stay, but we'll see. So as I mentioned, a lot of these plants are pretty sentimental to me, especially this guy here. Also, don't worry about any crinkly plants or anything that looks a little bit sad. They're all getting watered today as well, but this was one of my first plants ever, so it's definitely going to be sticking around. It's very, very special to me, and it's kind of one of the plants that got me into the hobby. I also really, really love the look of the jungle cactus up there. It's a special plant to me as well. Even though it's been growing really funky just because it doesn't get a ton of light, I think it's really, really cool. This Bipedifolium is probably one that I will be getting rid of. So I'm going to kind of make note of that. I'm not going to take them down right now because, you know, they're not all going to sell immediately or be given away immediately, and I don't want things to look empty. So yeah, they'll just stay here for now, but I'm going to make note after I finish this video of the ones that I did decide I am going to be getting rid of. So I think that this Bipedifolium is on that list. If you're interested, definitely check out my Instagram afterwards. This snake plant here is also one that is very sentimental to me, and it is being really rewarding right now, pushing out this beautiful new baby growth. Whalefin sansevierias grow very, very slowly, and as you guys know, sansevierias do really grow slowly just in general, so it is nice to see some growth, and it looks very healthy. The Syndopsis Silver Lady is actually one that I may give away. I really love this plant, but it's not really doing it for me anymore. I don't know, I think I might see how I like it off this trellis. I might cut it up a little bit so I can share it with more of you guys, but I don't know yet. I think this is one that's on the fence, but I think I might propagate it before I decide. I'll give it some water so that it's hydrated, and then I'll chop it up a little bit. This here is my sad Hoya Matilde. This is all that's left from the plant that I used to have. This one is one that I will keep just because it's, again, the only bit that I have left, and it's a plant that I really like. So hopefully it continues to root and survives and continues to grow for me. The Melancholy is not going anywhere. It's actually starting to put out new growth, which is really nice to see because that took a really long time. And I think the reason we are seeing all that new growth is because I did put it near the window. So that's really, really nice to see. We got a surprise visitor who just woke up from her little nap. Lumi. Hi. He's so cute. Aren't you so cute? Sorry, I got distracted. Let me get back to this. You guys know I love my Syndopsis exotica. Also very thirsty. I just got back from the vaccine clinics, so things are thirsty, but they're okay. Nothing's dying yet. But yeah, this is a plant that I really love. And then I also really love my Syndopsis Jade here, the one that I put in this beautiful Berg's pot. I think I will be purchasing more of these because I love them so much. And I want to start using terracotta again, but I don't necessarily want to use bright orange terracotta. So yeah, that looks fantastic in there. And then further down here, we have my beautiful Philodendron Snowdrift. Again, this is one of the first plants I ever bought online. Honestly, one of the only plants I've ever bought online. I don't buy plants online often. But that new growth is coming in nice and white as I predicted. This plant is very cool. It comes in with, oh, hi. Comes in with these nice white speckly leaves like this, and then they kind of fade to a more green color like this one over time. So yeah, the new growth when you propagate this plant likes to reinvigorate and come in really beautiful and white. Hi, Lumi. You chilling with the plants today? This cat is honestly so good around the plants. She used to be more interested and a little bit of a, disturber of the peace, but she has grown up a lot and she's gotten really good. She doesn't bite anything, she doesn't knock things over as often, but it's usually just because she's playing around. So yeah, that's the Snowdrift there. Definitely not getting rid of this one. This Chelsea is a different story. It's not doing so hot, so I will definitely give this one away. Someone can help save it. It's not gonna be me though. It's just causing me a little bit too much grief here. So yeah, I will give this one away to one of you guys, whoever reaches out first. But that is definitely one up for contention. And then over here on the other shelf, we have this plant, which again, I love so much. This is just a heartleaf philodendron. These are some of my favorite plants, and whenever I see them, it's really, really hard for me to pass them up. So definitely not one that I will be getting rid of. I will probably be buying more of these plants when we do eventually move closer to where I will be working. But yeah, definitely a plant that I really love and I hope to have many more of. This here is one of my Hoyas. I do like this Hoya. I don't think I want to get rid of this one. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Myramacopa or something like that, but love this one and it will just stay here. My poor silver sword, but as you guys know, this is kind of where I wait. And then when it looks like this, I will water it. So this guy definitely needs water, but I do plan on keeping this one. It is a really easy plant for me to take care of and it shows me when it needs water and it always comes back really great and beautifully. So not one that I want to worry about giving away. We also have my ZZ plant that I will be keeping, a very, very easy and beautiful plant to keep. It gets so dusty though. I literally just wiped this off last week. So yeah, definitely make sure you're dusting your ZZ plants. And then back here, this is probably the only orchid I have left. And if it's not the only orchid I have left, it's the only orchid I will have left after this purge. Because it is one that's special to me. I think it's really beautiful. We've got a dead leaf there that I will pick off, you know, later, but we finally are getting new growth on this guy, so that's really, really great to see. Hopefully we get a new spike soon, but actually someone told me I need to put this in brighter light, so maybe we move this today. I think we're going to put this here in place of the, what's it called? The Hoya Chelsea that will be given away. And hopefully it is happier, a little bit closer to the window. And then last but not least, obviously not least in this room, is my beautiful Anthurium VTI. This plant is going nowhere. This leaf is so shiny right now. It is coming off on camera, which is great to see, but it's so waxy and beautiful. I love this plant. I wish that the leaves stayed like that. They really don't. They go more matte, but usually I do have at least one leaf looking like this at all times. Unfortunately, the last leaf that came out got broken off when Lumi knocked this plant over. So it hasn't been the case in a while, but it's nice to see a cool leaf like this again. So I completely skipped over these plants. I actually think I will be getting or giving this away. This is one of my Hoya pubicalyx pink silvers. I do have a propagation of this that I like better, so I think I will repot this one and put that new one in this pot because I love this pot. This will not be given away, but the plant inside will. I'm on the fence about this one too. This is my Hoya Macrophylla Alba Marginata. This is a really beautiful plant, so I'm not sure if this one will be given away, but it is also a really easy plant to care for, so probably not. I think I'm just trying to keep the plants that are not going to give me a hassle. And then again, anything trailing is not leaving me. I love these plants so much. So guys, I'm realizing this may not be exactly 50% of my plants now that I'm going through and, you know, seeing all of the plants that I have. I like a lot more of them than I thought I did, but I knew that I was going to feel that way about that front area. So hopefully the rest of this video changes a little bit and I can be a little bit more pragmatic about the situation. So obviously this beauty is going in the trash. This has been in bad shape for a long time and I've just not thrown it out yet, which is a little bit embarrassing because it's been dead in my corner for a while, but I think today's the day. So my Philodendron Birkin is definitely staying. This is a present from my sister that I really love. I love this plant a lot. Not specifically the Birkin, but just this one. But yeah, love this plant. This pasta Xanum is definitely going on the chopping block. It's been so difficult to me and I know that people love this plant. I used to love this plant, so I will be giving this one or maybe selling it for a very, very low price. And then I will be keeping the Silvery Ann here, another trailing plant I really love. Sorry about the backlight there. I think it is time that I pass this one along. I did make a video saying I was going to possibly get rid of this one, but I've decided against it. So yeah, if you're interested in this one, it will be available. And then I will also be giving this Cryptanthus away. So if you're interested in this one, let me know. It goes really beautiful and pink if you put it in bright light, but I haven't been able to preserve that. Not sure why exactly, but maybe it is artificial, that light that it really likes, or like LEDs, you know? So guys, I just plucked the plants out of my plant room that I am going to be either selling or getting rid of because Hunter's in there right now and I don't want to bother him. So I am going to just show you here. This one might come as a surprise to you. This is my Philodendron gloriosum. It is a beautiful, beautiful plant, but hasn't been sparking a lot of joy for me. This one might be on the maybe list. I've been waiting for this leaf here to unfurl and it just hasn't, which is unfortunate. I think it's just not getting enough light. So I am going to give it some space or some real estate out here for the time being, and if it decides to unfurl that leaf before I get rid of it, it can stay. But yeah, this has been a plant that I've had for about a year and a half, and I've propagated a few times, so it's been nice in that sense, but it's just kind of stagnant and not really bringing me a ton of joy right now. I'm feeling the same way about my Anthurium crystallinum. This one, you know, I've had it for as long as I can remember. It's one of my first rare plants that I did have, but I don't know, it just keeps doing okay and then dying off and then doing okay again and then dying off. So I don't know exactly what the problem is. All of these plants are pest free from what I can see, but they just don't want to thrive in my care. And that just might be because I'm not on top of my watering schedule as much as I used to, but I don't know. I think they deserve a better home where someone will really enjoy them, because they're just not doing it for me right now. Here I also have this beautiful pink princess that I do not love. These curled leaves are actually just because of the acclimation process. This plant isn't thirsty. It just never really perked back up after acclimation, but those brand new leaves there look perfectly fine, and this plant has been growing, so it's not, you know, failing to thrive. It's just not a plant that I ever really loved. So if you're interested in this guy, it will be up on my Instagram eventually. And again, if you don't see these things right away, I'm sorry. I'll get to it eventually, but yeah, I really do love this plant. But yeah, I really hope that one of you guys can love this plant a little bit more than I do. Okay, so this last plant is one that you might be a little bit surprised about. This is my Hoya Galabra, and this is a plant that I thought I really, really wanted. It's not anymore. It's not grown at all, and I know that's very common of Hoyas to not grow, especially right away, but it's done a whole lot of nothing. And I don't know if I'm just not caring for it the way it should be cared for, but I've done well with Hoyas in the past, so I don't know exactly what this one's issue is, but I will probably be selling this one. It is a little bit more of a valuable Hoya, but let me know if you're interested. Even if I am selling these plants, they will be below, you know, market value. That is that for me getting rid of 50% of my houseplants. I thought it was gonna be 50%. I promise you I thought, and it might still be. I might have to do it in waves as I, you know, slowly get rid of things, but yeah, hopefully that was good enough for you guys. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and join as a member if you would like to. I promise I will be posting more, so look out for those videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.